There are so many gays.
Okay.
But like, bro, if you're a Christian and you know that that's wrong and you see them just normalizing this lifestyle, obviously it's science 101, right? Like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like
that is day one science. That's the way you learn that on the first. That's 101 sciencing right there.
There's going to be a reaction to the action of just shoving this down our throats.
Pride Month, hello, it's everywhere. We get the gay flag everywhere. You see it in Target for the kids. And yes, what I said in that video is precisely true. Like if you're like weird and ugly and you're like, oh, I'm transgender now, all of a sudden you have this whole community praising you for just
like when
being
it was
unique.
The most.
Wow. Yeah, that's an insane thing to think right there. To just be like, you know what, you know how I can get some being, you know how I can be accepted better. I'll be trans. That's it. That'll jeez Louise, like talk about not understanding how literally anything works. But yeah, Luke Beasley had some MAGA weirdos on his show, and they are going to try to have some kind of a coherent conversation. And I kind of want to see how this pans out. So we're gonna get into it. I am Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. Now it's 28 minutes long, and I'm kind of I talk a lot, so I don't know if we're gonna get through the whole thing, but we can take a look.
Online.
Hey, quiet.
Oh.
Segregation's not oppression.
Oh wow, we are definitely ignorant.
That is exactly my reaction. Oh wow. Oh, what? No, okay.
Definitely, really.
All right.
Badly.
I say we bring back.
I like he's just like, yeah, we're ignorant, just straight up, just badly, just suffering from that condition that is ignorance.
Normalizing the word. We need to shame again. We need to put them back in the closet. I miss those days when people wouldn't tell anyone that they're gay because it was not celebrated. Now it's like people are becoming gay because they want to be celebrated. They're weird. They're outcasts. They just want to feel like
that's it. And that they're becoming gay so that they can be celebrated and accepted. That's it, man. Wow.
Fit in and have a bunch of people support them for nothing. Like if you're ugly in 2024, just become a and then, oh, boom, you're popular magically. It's become a trend. Let's make it a trend to shame them again.
They're just trolls. You can see him. He's like, oh, man. Oh, it's so mean. It's so mean. And it's like, why did you say such a mean thing, man? That's funny. That's funny stuff. No, you're just a fucking asshole.
Who's with me?
So here's what I'm wondering. Your daughter's gonna grow up. We'll also show in the intro the clip of also joking, I'm sure, of your daughter being.
I love that too, because like so often these MAGA weirdos, these 4chan, Nazis, a lot of time, they'll hide behind, oh, I was just joking. I was just joking, and trust me, I joke a lot, but you're never gonna get me, to a point where I'm like, oh, you can't tell if I'm joking about shit like that. That's, you know what I mean? Like I would never do that. But it's just, I don't know. They love to hide behind that just so they can say the disgusting shit and then be like, oh, I didn't actually mean it though. And then nobody can ever tell what anybody means or anything because they've gotten the, just troll brain, just like troll brain rot or whatever at the base of their fucking brain stem.
Ready for a guy when she's 18. You know that one?
Yes.
We'll also show in the intro the clip of also joking, I'm sure, of your daughter being ready for a guy when she's 18. You know that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. This is going to be out there. You really want your daughter seeing this?
Yes.
Just spewing hatred all over.
It's not spewing hatred. It's not. I mean,
what is your fixation? Just, okay, other people can live their life. I thought that was what conservatives liked before.
Here's the thing, bro. Nobody was fixated on it until it got shoved down our throat. There's not a TV show we can watch without a homosexual. Like there's gays.
True, but
what name a show?
Name a show.
like a new show that's come out, and there's
I don't watch any.
Stranger Things. Is there like a gay person in Stranger Things? Like I don't. Okay, what's the one girl? Oh, the one girl in like season 3, I guess was. But it's like, here's the thing: gay people are part of reality. They exist. Like you're literally asking for television to not reflect reality because you don't like a certain aspect of that reality. You don't like that these people exist, and so you don't want them to be represented at all in media, which is just hate. If you can't handle just in a series or whatever a character that is gay or trans or whatever, it's the character in the show. This would be like me getting mad anytime there's like a cowboy character. You know, you're like, I don't want to see all these cowboy characters. I don't like them. Okay, they're against my religion. They're against my beliefs, and so I don't think I should ever have to acknowledge that they exist. So can we get all the cowboys out of all the, like, what's that show, The Walking Dead? Are you fucking kidding? It's like everybody are just these cowboy weirdos, and that's it. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm having this cowboy agenda just shoved down my throat, and it's get the fuck out of here, man. It's so stupid.
New shows.
Exactly. So you don't even know, dude. There are so many gays.
Okay.
But like, bro, if you're a Christian and you know that that's wrong,
Mm.
and you see them just normalizing this lifestyle,
boom, right there. So if you're a Christian and you just like hate these people because they don't live exactly how you think they should according to your interpretation of your religion, and then you see gay people like not being hated by other people on television and stuff, like what do you expect us to do? Are you fucking kidding me, man? How do you not hear yourself when you're saying this? You're just like, hey, I'm allowed to like demand that these people don't exist in any kind of media because I'm a Christian and I find it offensive. Okay, then watch fucking Christian television shows, dude. They suck. I know why you don't want to watch them either. Okay, I get it. But go like this is why they have Christian versions of literally everything, is because y'all can't handle a reflection of actual reality, and so you have to have this fake weird reality like presented to you from your little Christian bubble in order to feel like you're not the insane asshole that you actually are.
Obviously, it's science 101, right? Like every action has an equal
I love that face. That was perfect. He's like
an opposite reaction. Like there's going to be a reaction to the action of just shoving this down our
And Pride
throats.
Month, hello.
what do you think? Okay, like using that logic right there, what do you think the Pride reaction was from? Huh? Like just using your own framing, what do you think the Pride reaction was from? I don't know. Was it shame? Everybody was shaming. Okay, it's saying that they aren't allowed to exist, that they need to hide in the shadows. Literally, what you're advocating for, they were responding to. Okay, and that's where Pride came from in the first fucking place. And then now you're like, oh, but we're gonna react to it. But you're the fucking aggressor, man. You're what they were reacting to in order for you to have your reaction now. This is fucking you. This is your people. This is your side, man, that has started it, and now you're continuing it.
It's everywhere. We get the gay flag everywhere. You see it in Target for the kids.
Of course, the Target. The Target, they got Satanists that are trying to hurt our kids and stuff because I'm fucking insane.
And yes, what I said in that video is precisely true. Like if you're like weird and ugly and you're like, oh, I'm transgender now, all of a sudden you have this whole community praising you for just
like when it
being
was
unique.
the most looked down upon, there were still lots and lots of gay people. Clearly, it's not just a society.
I feel like you should see, and here's one of the problems I feel like with these kinds of conversations. They throw so much at you that you're constantly having to shift gears and go this way and that. You got to keep dragging them back to the previous thing that they were talking about, because they're just going to try to keep getting off topic, right? And so that right there, I feel like, I guess that's a decent argument that even when they were completely shamed and everything, they still existed. But that's not their point. The point is they want to go back to that. They want to go back to when they were hiding and not really allowed to be themselves in public due to all the shaming and everything. They're not saying that they think that these folks wouldn't exist. They think they would exist, but like have to cede their rights to the Christians that matter more than they do. That's the argument here. But yeah, I don't know. And it's you got to keep these people on topic. You got to keep dragging them back because they will just try to run off into a completely different direction.
Fatal trend.
It is trending upwards.
We
More
see it
people-
in nature.
And it's funny too that like just they don't. It's not actually like that. Like that's insane to think, man. Holy shit! Like trans folks have like the most difficult time in society and everything because of all of the media that the right wing douchebags who are wearing these hats put out. You know, just brainwashing people into being so insecure and hateful and everything, causing these folks to have just difficulty just going to the fucking store or whatever. You know, like it's and you think they chose to do that so that they could be loved and have support. It's like that's delusional. That's so delusional. It's not even funny. Like you're going to make your life like so much harder to, because you're trying to get the opposite of what it's such a mind fuck of stupidity. I can't believe that they're actually saying this shit and truly believe what they're saying, because the media that they watch makes it seem like that. Makes it seem like, hey, if you just, turn gay, everybody will love you. And it's like, no, we just, you are constantly having people run to protect folks that y'all are continuing to attack. And so you're misinterpreting because you're constantly attacking them. And then all these, regular, not like people that they, would be in their group or whatever demographic of just white straight people, like, hey, what the fuck, man? What is your problem? Why are you doing that? I'm like, see, you get all this support from people when you decide to be gay and be public about it. It's like, no, man, we're just, you just are an asshole. And so those are the people you're interacting with a lot because of how shitty you are to those folks. So you think that that's just universal. That's just everywhere. And it's just not, it doesn't work like that at all.
Oh my God. Like penguins being gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Like penguins being gay or whatever. Yeah. Because it happens in nature. Hey, Ember, thank you so much. Holy shit. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. And Full Frontal did the shiny crack, too. That's right. No, but seriously, thank you, Ember, so much. That's so awesome. I really do appreciate that. That's great. Hell yeah. Well, so how are we doing? Is everybody feeling all right? I know it's a little bit outside the norm of what I cover typically, right? But I want to start covering more like debate type stuff. I just think it's interesting, and I feel like maybe we need to talk about this stuff more. I feel like I kind of let the ball drop, I guess, on politics for a long time. It was just sort of just doing, just the Ray Comfort thing, which still got into politics here and there, but it wasn't, it wasn't sufficient, I think, for everything that's going on. But who won today? Let me see. Michael won. All right, number one, and he knew it. Like, I'm number one. And you are. You're absolutely accurate about that. Baba Ali, what's up, dude? Got number two. You are the number two. That's right. In Newtonian mechanics, yeah, the opposite reaction. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I'd peg that as science 101. Is that just all right, kids? Now science is, day one. Just remember opposite reactions. Boom. All right, kiddos. All right, kindergartners. And out. Tomorrow we're going to suck an egg into a bottle. It's going to be crazy. But had to get the Newtonian stuff out of the way first. And third is Carrie. How we doing? Or Kari, I think. Am I saying that wrong? If I've been saying that wrong the entire time, like, is it Carrie or Kari? It could be. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. I don't know how you would let me know. Is there a fit? Anyway, I have no idea. You write it out phonetically or something. I don't know. But what else we got here? Let's see. We Pandora's Pinata. See, like, nice try posting a member video before going live. So I stopped compulsively refreshing YouTube and miss a lot. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's for tomorrow, because tomorrow's gonna have a members. We have to do a members only stream. So I try to like make it so that something comes out on that day for everybody too. So that way it's not just anyway. But yeah, no. That's good. That's awesome. You're just like refreshing, like you're like doing a bid on eBay or something. That's great. Or trying to buy Taylor Swift tickets or something, right? Isn't that, or Comic-Con? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, and Full Frontal here, Maggie is a cult, and yep. And, and that's something that a lot of us actually know about quite well, actually, is cults and what they look like and how the people behave and everything. James, what's up, dude? All right. Hell yeah. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Ember's here, of course. And hell yeah. Let me see what else we got. I think that's it in the chat. All right, cool. Uh-oh. Am I muted? Uh-oh. I hope not. No, it doesn't say I'm muted here. Thank you for checking, though. Let me know if you can't hear me. Is it,
I'm just saying, clearly, even when it was the worst thing you could do societally, still people were gay. So it's not like people are just doing it because...
Worst thing you could do societally? What about, like, killing people?
Well, they would be killed for it, yeah.
Not necessarily.
What is this part of the conversation? Like, nobody's listening to anybody here. Okay, hold on. Watch.
Do societally, still...
Okay,
it is.
So his point is, even when it was the worst thing to do societally, people were still gay. Right. So it's not like it's going to make people disappear. That's the point, make people, just make gayness and all of that just disappear. That's his point. Right.
We see it in nature.
Oh my God. Like penguins being gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, clearly, even when it was the worst thing you could do societally, still people were gay. So it's not like people are just doing it because...
Worst thing you could do societally? What about, like, killing people?
Well, they would get killed for it. Yeah.
What the like, okay. So she was... She's like, even when it was the worst thing in society to be gay, people were still gay. And her response to that is, wait a second, you think being gay is worse than killing people? Hold on now. He's like, clearly, it's not the worst thing in society, because we all agree that, unaliving folks is worse. So let's not forget what point I'm making. Did I even know what point I was trying to make out of that? Like, what were we talking about? And then he responds, almost like missing her point, going, yeah, they did used to unalive people for being gay, and they still do it in a bunch of countries and stuff. No, I feel like nobody's listening to anybody at this point.
No.
Not necessarily. I mean,
still in countries
abortion.
where you get killed for it, there are still gay people.
I love just the brain rot, like, response from the MAGA person. Abortion, like, just literally just coming out, abortion, like... Not even, there's no point being made or anything, just abortion, because they're talking about people being unalived for being gay. And she's like, but fetuses though. Abortion. Like, it's just their brains just, wow. It's so weird to sit there and watch folks that have just drowned their brain in stupidity are just trying to have a conversation with somebody that's trying to be reasonable. I guess at least a little bit here,
right?
Which, of course, debunks the idea that this is some media driven phenomenon.
Just because it happens in nature doesn't mean it's correct. We come from a Christian point of view,
and you can have your views. My point is, though, our argument is that everyone can have their views and live their life, and then.
Is that what you guys think? Because I'm pretty sure cancel culture comes from the left. Like, the reason why I'm so like,
are you kidding me? Have you ever seen 1 million moms? That's asterisk. It's not 1 million moms, not even close. I think it's like 10,000 people, period. But like, they get so angry if they just say damn in a commercial. Are you kidding me? Like, the original cancel culture has always come from the right. Man, it's insane to sit there and be like, oh, it's just the left thing. I mean, I see what they're talking about, but like at the same time, it's like you can't be fucking like, y'all are banning fucking books, dude. Like, are you serious? You literally do book burnings and stuff with Greg Locke, and you think that's not cancel culture? That doesn't count.
Flagrant about this stuff and like aggressive about it online is because people are constantly like, you can't say that, cancel. Like, I remember I started off on TikTok, and I always say the crazy rabid feminist on TikTok created the anti-feminist monster that I am today. Because if I just said one thing, oh, women should be in the kitchen. Oh my gosh, this internalized misogyny. They're freaking out. They're literally, did you see the feminists after Trump just won? They're literally screaming.
But like, why would you sit there and say like women should be in the kitchen? Like, you're literally telling other, like, you're not saying like, I actually like being in the kitchen and doing my thing. I like cooking food. Personally, I would agree with that. I love cooking. I enjoy being in the kitchen and cooking and everything. Like, it's relaxing. It's fun. There's no problem with saying that you like that and that you personally want to fill that role. But like saying that like all women should do what you're saying they should do, and all women should have to fulfill that role, or that's what they should want to do, is like, go fuck yourself. Of course you're going to get pushback. And it's almost like this is what's the thing is about trolls. Constantly they are doing things that they know they're trying to get a reaction from. Then once they get the reaction, oh, you guys started it with your reaction stuff, okay? And that's the reason why I'm all like rabid and crazy about this stuff. It's because of the reactions I get. It's like bullshit. You did and said everything to get the fucking reaction in the first place. How stupid do you think everybody is? And I swear that's like that's MAGA 101, is everybody's fucking stupid. Everybody will think, everybody will believe just anything I say, even if it contradicts the last thing I fucking said. And then just keep moving, you know, they just, because it's all just about trolling. It's all just about that particular argument in that second. It doesn't matter if their next argument contradicts the last one, because it's not like they have a worldview that's fucking coherent. It's at all. It's just troll people, hate and troll people. That's it.
There it
These
is again.
people-
So much of your ideology, and I agree. If someone were stepping over and saying you have to live your life this way, you can't stay home if you want to. That would
Exactly. Ember said, "Oh, you can't stop the brain rot." I watched a debate last night about morality, and the MAGA side just randomly threw out trans people, just as if that was a point, let alone relevant. That's funny, yeah, because they don't. They again, like, and that's interesting that it was an immorality debate, because that's like what I'm always saying is they reinterpret morality to mean dedication to their religion, when that's not what anybody means by morality. The rest of us talking about morality are talking about like how people should behave in a community setting so that everybody has the best well-being possible, while also maintaining as much freedom as possible. Right? There's a balance here. You get as much freedom until your freedom starts running into other people's freedoms. Like, that's usually what people mean when we're talking about morality. But these right-wing Christian fundies, whatever they like, they don't understand that what they think of as morality is just dedication and loyalty to a religion, and has nothing to actually do with behavior in any way. You know, it's just, but some people are different though. What about them? They're fine. That's evil. People being there. There's people that are attracted to people that I wouldn't be attracted to. That's what's even happening. They need to be locked up. That's what that is. Okay. I don't even know what to do here. It's like with people just being out attracted to people that I'm not attracted to, and they think that they're normal and stuff. And I tell them, no, you're fucking weird. And then I'm the bad guy. What the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Michael said, my hubby and I don't even do PDA, public displays of affection, for anybody that's the young kiddos that don't know that shorthand. That's what that means. But so they really need to fuck off. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's become so, it's something that's become so vicious, that it's like they want everybody to cower to them. They want to be out and proud and bold, as they like to say. But if anybody else is bold about anything they think, or just being themselves and just, being allowed to be okay being themselves out in public, well, then they should be shameful, because, the Christians are the only ones that are allowed to be fucking bold. It's insane. Let me see where we got here. Baba Ali said, they have problems with a community gassing up somebody, while they are in a cult gassing up the worst person possible. The irony. Yeah, exactly. That is a great point, because that is exactly what they're doing. They're like, they get mad at a community supporting people, while they're literally doing that to fucking, a rapist and a felon, and somebody who tried to steal an election 4 years ago. Anyway, but it would
be strange. I would be against that. But your argument so often necessitates saying what other people should be doing, which we're not saying. We can say, or we do believe that you can live the life however you want.
Other people should be doing it, yes, because there's good and there's evil.
See, this is it. But yeah, other people should be doing what exactly. I am actually telling everybody how to behave. Okay. Now they don't get to tell me how to behave, and that's cancel culture. We had a little bit of that, but I get to tell everybody else how to behave. Like, what are you, because there's good and evil, and everybody that's not in my my little cult is evil. I mean, why is this difficult? Everybody should not be evil. Hello. I mean,
we know what good is, we know what evil is, and therefore people should be living good lifestyles. They should be living virtuous, moral lifestyles. And we as a society, we can...
You're wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Like, you know, of the 34 count felon, rapist Trump. And you're talking about like virtuous, moral lifestyles. Dude's been fucking divorced 3 times. Has like slept around on his wife with a porn star while she was pregnant, and that, but you know, people should be moral and virtuous. Jesus Christ, how do they do this with their brain? Like, it's amazing.
Pressure the other people within our society to be walking with good morals.
Okay, and everybody else is just doing that for you, dude, because you're the one that just believes subjectively that your morality is better, but it turns out you're actually just the asshole that just believes that you're the one with the right morality that's telling everybody else how they should live, when everything you believe has nothing to do with actual morality and is actually immoral in and of itself, because it's treating people the way they would not want to be treated, which I feel like is a pretty good basis, but
with good virtues.
And that's, I guess, what I find crazy is that you think
it's good virtues. Yep.
Think this sort of content is pushing people in that direction,
like pushing people to live more.
You think
it's emboldening,
playing into the caricature that the only reason you have the views you have is because you're obsessed with like this hate-filled fixation with other people's lifestyles. That's what you play into.
I just want to clarify, this isn't hate-filled. I'm not like fuming behind my phone like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that there's gay people in this world. I think it's funny. It's very lighthearted.
What? You're literally saying slurs, dude. Like, you're saying slurs that have to be beeped out, that are objectively bigoted, according to like anybody that understands like what is harmful language to other people, as far as like slurs. All you got to do is Google the word that you used at the beginning and say, is this a slur? Yes, that's a slur. It's the F8, you know, the F slur for gay people. Yeah, that's a fucking slur. How can you say that? Be like, I'm just playing around. It's lighthearted, okay? I'm not fuming that gay people exist. I just want to bring back the FAG slur and normalize it, right? And not normalize them being allowed to be normal. Weirdize them while normalizing the FAG slur. That's you know, but I'm just playful. I'm just being playful. Come on. Like, how stupid do these people think everybody fucking is? That's what's incredible. They think they could just say stuff. It's like Trump. They think they're just like Trump, where they're gonna say stuff and everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, since you said it, that means it's gotta be, you know, everything that you just said is totally true, and I get it. You're right. I'll calm down now. You're right. You're not being hateful.
And I personally don't care about moving people to what I think. Like, I'm a woman online. I think many women, especially in conservative politics, I call them the conservative feminists. They think that they're going to go make the change. And, oh my gosh, I'm so great. And I'm going to be the next president one day, which I've literally heard a certain conservative feminist say. I don't take myself seriously.
Well, then why are you justifying the rhetoric by saying we could create a society that pressures people into your framework?
That's
when I'm saying
that was right there. Okay, you got me. All right. Sometimes I'm not, I'm not thinking about what I'm saying and then thinking about what we're talking about at the same time. Shoot.
You could have the views that you have, and people could choose to associate or not associate with you because of
really.
Them.
Giselle said, I've unfortunately seen these awful people. Yeah, I'd never even heard of them before, honestly, until I saw his this thing come up in my feed. And again, like, I only watched a couple minutes of it and was like, okay, I want to watch this with the gang, with the punkists, because this is something that I think could be an interesting. And let me know what y'all think, if like I should do like more like clips from debates and stuff. I do like watching debates on my own time. So I didn't know if I should bring that part of what I like here. But yeah, let me know if you enjoy it. I'll keep it up if so.
But to go out and purposefully do what a lot of other people, if you're saying you don't believe this, most people perceive what we're going through in this in the show as hateful rhetoric, and your justification is because it could impact people. which is crazy because it's only going to push people further away. I've heard people who are Christians who have pretty traditional Christian views, but come at it from a place of compassion and empathy. And
way more mature
their views,
and it's respectful,
and it actually could move people.
Yeah.
Are you agreeing with them or what? Like, what is happening? And it's respectful. You're right. Yeah. And that fuck those people, because like that disrespect is better. I think that's how you really change mods. Serious disrespect.
I agree.
Whereas
I'm not debunking your point, but you're
you're never going to. But that's
basically saying, hey, stop being so vile and hateful.
I'm asking why you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because you are not you, but let's just say leftists, they don't like this and they want to put us in the closet. And they want to say, you go in the closet, you be shamed, you don't get on social media and say, that is the F slur, you don't say these words, you don't act this way, you go back in the closet for being.
How do they not see the difference here, man? The reason that we have the term in the closet is because people like you existed back then and shamed people so much that if they did say stuff a lot in a certain period in time, they were getting beat up and killed a lot of times. That was something that happened on a regular basis back in the day. It still happens on a regular basis. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's like, but like it was a lot worse and more accepted to do that back then. But you're sitting there saying, oh, but you're trying to tell us we got to go in the closet. And it's like, dude, you're the one being the asshole. You're the one being the harmful person, the one coming out and saying that other people shouldn't be allowed to exist as themselves in public. You're allowed to exist in public as yourself and loud and proud and fuck your feelings. But if anybody else, behaves not even like saying that you can't be you, it's just saying like, hey, don't be a dick to other people. You're like, whoa, you're putting me in a closet now, huh? Oh, now I gotta be in the closet. Okay, well, it's like, dude, how do you not get it's like so fucking backwards. It's crazy.
Being a hateful bigot,
and you'll get fired from your job. We'll dig up your old tweets and we will do everything to take down your entire livelihood.
Okay.
So Isabella
really.
Riley, this individual, is an ambassador to Turning Point USA.
No, she's not.
No, I'm
Has
not.
apparently been seen at
So he got the factually wrong right there. Okay, that was just a sign that was behind her one time because that's where she was. But okay,
Perry Lake fundraisers, taking photos with top staffers.
Lucy shrugs. Yeah, well, okay. The Carrie Lake thing, guilty. All right, now that one I did do. Okay, and Carrie, she's something else. Is that she probably says the word, the phrase is like something else. Well, they are just something else.
Whatever. This is an influencer who's been allowed into organizations, and to be very clear, while I think that tweet by itself is
It's three years ago. So that good argument, dude.
pretty bad, it's not the only time they've drawn people's
Here we
attention.
go.
Take a look at this
Compilation.
montage.
If you have stage 4 cancer, there's a reason why no man wants you. Because he wants to put your hair.
I feel like to young women,
Damn,
unironically,
that's
they
a
need to
brutal
find a
one.
man that's
I have a lot to say on that one.
very misogynistic.
I think Malcolm X is based. I'm Malcolm X.
Cool
fan.
guy, yeah.
I would say he's based if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking of getting a job,
It's a
I went
joke.
with 10.
It's a joke. I was just I'm not like racist. It's just I tell racist jokes. Okay, that's it. When I do the arm thing, it's a joke. I'm just joking.
10 out of 10 racist right here. My husband's texting me, and he said that he wanted me to tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point about the cancer.
Just like jokes that aren't like fun. Like I feel like this is like that. These are like the folks that like misunderstand nervous laughter for genuine laughter. They just say like the most crazy, like disgusting shit, and people around them like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. How am I gonna get the fuck away from that? I don't want. I can't believe they just. I gotta get out. I want to be away from this conversation. Just straight up laugh. Fuck. That they confused that with that you are genuinely funny. That was. How did you even think to say that disgusting backwards shit? That was crazy, man.
Cancer comment, which was a complete joke, and a lot of people got mad at me about this. It was in response to Dixie D'Amelio like shaving her head, and I just want to say I was vindicated because after this election, all the feminists now shaved their head bald because they don't want men to find them attractive. So they actually
Michael said, just for those bastards, me and hubby should walk up, talk normal as best friends. He and I are, and then suddenly kiss. Most people just think of us as best friends to begin with. Oh, that would be funny. Like that almost reminds me of that. There's that movie, Big Daddy. Do you remember that? And like the two guys that are in like all of his movies with him or whatever, they were like gay. And that one, and I think part of like why it was funny was because it sort of just came out of left field in the beginning. Like you just don't think, and they're just like hanging out and talking and stuff. And they're like, all right, gotta go. And then they like kiss. And you're like, whoa, that's huh. And I think it was actually a good thing to put it in the movie that way, because it's like it is actually normal, but it just sort of caught you off guard, because usually, especially in that time period, whenever they had gay characters, they were like over the top, gay characters that were, very feminine and everything like that. So it was a good, I think it was smart to do that, but that's what it reminds me, and it does like throw people off, I think. But yeah, you should absolutely do that. You should just do that anyway, just all the time, just everywhere you go,
Actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients came out and they were like offended.
Now women with alopecia and who have cancer are like, I'm not part of this movement. Like, you guys are crazy and entitled. I was making a joke that these crazy feminists just proved my point. Shout out to these rabid feminists.
I don't think she understands what the head shaving thing is, and it's something that's gone, as far as I understand, it's been around for a long time. The head shaving thing. It's not like it's some brand new feminist thing. And it's just because like it's meant to kind of show that like I'm not gonna be what you want me to be. Fuck you, I won't do what you told me. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of mentality, and I'm fucking here for it. Also it's kind of hot on a typically, just saying, I think it's hot, but I don't know, I could be mistaken, but I could be mistaken about what I think is hot. I don't know why that makes no sense at all. But
screaming about someone not being appealing when they have cancer is very different than your thoughts about a feminist thing.
It was
that's like 4 seconds of the entire video.
And why would you bring it up though, man? Like it's just so fucking weird.
I've watched your full videos. The context doesn't help.
Okay, first of all, that's like that
context does not help in that regard. Like, what are you doing, dude? It's amazing that you got these feminists or whatever that are being asked like to not be ableist or whatever in this whole conversation, and this lady still comes out as the ultra asshole in the situation here. It's amazing.
That video of her, that's from like 2.5 years ago.
Okay, all right, cool. So then
like she's adapting a little bit, changing a little bit more.
I've definitely become more like empathetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being
Giselle said, being gay is awful. Making jokes about offering your baby as a virgin when she's 18 is soup. That's normal. That's what normal people joke about. I mean, that's right. That's goddamn. These people are sick, dude. Holy shit. Bando's been out. He said, awesome movie. My favorite quote is, nothing changed really. They watch a different kind of porn. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was one of the I don't really like Adam Sandler movies, to be honest. They have this weird, I don't know what it is. And it's funny because we were just watching this movie, Kingpin. I'm taking a sidetrack for a second. This is just, it's a lot. But we were watching this movie called Kingpin, like last night or the night before. And I was like, God damn, is this like what Adam Sandler like based all of his movies off of? Was it like this movie? Because it's just like trying to gross you out and stuff, where you're just like, just nasty, like, people throwing up, and it's just like whatever can gross you out. And I'm like, is this a comedy thing? Like, what is it with that era and that time and these weird like gross out comedy beats from these old movies and stuff? What is up with that? Like, was it? And here's my question. Was it them actually trying to get you to laugh at that? Or is it just them trying to get a reaction out of you at all? Like, why are you doing this to me? Almost like an Andy Kaufman, like I'm pranking the viewers kind of thing. Didn't expect to see that disgusting shit, did you? Gotcha. I don't know. But yeah, Kingpin, absolutely. I was like, did Adam Sandler have something to do with this movie? Because it just felt like it was all just gross, humor, and I don't know. But anyway, what do y'all think of that? I don't know. I just I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler, but like that one was better. I thought Big Daddy was definitely better. That one and The Wedding Singer, and then of course the first two, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison were. I think that's probably my favorite. Those four, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I was gonna say 51st States, but I think I nailed it with the first four. That's it.
Apparently.
But no, I would say you've adapted and you've learned and you've changed a lot and become way more empathetic and understanding. Totally.
Just radical.
Holy shit. So hold on. You're acknowledging then that empathy and and caring about other people and stuff, that is a good thing and that should be the goal to move towards. But yet here, your whole thing is like being exactly the opposite of that. You're arguing for people not being empathetic. In fact, you're arguing for people to be to not care about the well-being of other people as long as they are part of this whatever demographic that you think is just evil just in their existence alone, not them doing anything. Them just existing is an affront to you for some reason. But you still think that being empathetic is good. It's just crazy that they can. It's just so much cognitive dissonance going on here. It's crazy.
Radically empathetic, from what I can tell.
Yeah. I also have dark humor though.
Well, we're not saying that she's radically empathetic. We're saying that she's taking steps more towards empathy than before.
Not even taking steps. Like it just came naturally.
Yeah. Well, then you agree that a lot of the stuff that you've gone most viral for is not a good representation of your views of Christianity.
Yeah, because I like to be like funny and outrageous online.
Hey, quiet.
Oh, sorry, can't talk.
I wouldn't say.
Okay, well, I don't know what any of that was, but like I feel like she just said the thing. Look, I just like to say shit that's gonna kick up shit. Okay, I like to say the stuff that pisses people off because it's funny. I'm online. I want to be outrageous. I want to be over the top, an asshole. It is, and it works. It gets people upset, and then they click the video, and look, here I am on the fucking Luke Beasley show. Are you kidding? This is exactly what you're supposed to do. But now she's having to defend it, and and she's having to look like this. Okay, maybe I didn't. Maybe this was kind of stupid. I don't know.
Say that it's a bad view of Christianity.
What? Really? Show me when Jesus was talking about putting people back in the closet.
Why would Jesus put people? Were there even closets at the time?
Why would Jesus throw people inside a closet? Okay, dude, I don't even think closets existed back then. What? This guy's so stupid. Talking about closets in Jesus's day. Now they just had their clothes in a pile on the floor. Everybody knows that. Like about that.
Yeah.
There.
Oh yeah. So and there was the saying
walk-ins.
There were walk-in closets back then, and everything. Just didn't have the door handles. I think look different probably, but that's about it.
Back into the closet. Like this is the thing, bro. You're like autistically analyzing this. Like, where did Jesus say in Matthew?
Talk about the verse about shame.
In Matthew 14, Jesus says, "Hey, homo, get back in the closet." Never happened.
No, I'm saying look at the principle. Have you actually read the Bible?
Yes.
Like 7 times.
Okay, so you know that
he's counted how many times, and that was 1. Okay, starting over. That's right. This is number 2 now, and it's Jesus Christ.
Every Jesus-related story was not him convincing people to follow God by spitting on them or hating them. It was actually him going to those who were the outcasts of the time. Wrong. It was him going to the outcasts of the time and showing the ability to love people through even lifestyles that Christianity would say are wrong.
No, you're wrong, because
I actually want to say that I think this is probably the weakest part of Luke Beasley's point here, because everybody tries to do this because it's like there's this thing that Jesus is supposed to be, right? And then you actually look at the scriptures. The dude was kind of a dick. I don't know. Like he was definitely racist at one point. The one part where he's telling people not to like don't judge, those without sin cast the first stone. That was added by a scribe. That wasn't even like the OP. So like there was like Jesus was not the best person here. I don't know why people try to like say that he was like, I don't know, compassionate and a socialist and all this stuff, whatever, you know. There are like I guess I do say that he like hung out with like taxpayers and you know, the tax people or whatever, and and prostitutes and all that, whatever. But like he also was just ran around just acting like a dick to everybody, calling, you know, I don't know. It's just he doesn't really seem like the best person. They always try to make it like he's this loving person, but you don't really get that from the text when you read it. You know what I mean?
What does Jesus say in the Bible? He says, "Go and let the dead bury the dead." This man wanted to follow Jesus, and he said, "I have to go give a funeral to my father. He just died." And he said, "No, let the dead bury the dead. Come and follow me." He told that
doesn't refute what I'm saying. I'm saying don't ignore all the stories of Jesus
this
being.
was all love.
It's funny too that he like brought up the let the dead bury the dead part, because again, like that does kind of go along with what I'm saying. It's like, fuck your dead father. Like, fuck, come follow me or what? You gonna fucking do this thing or not, man? Fuck your face. Like, I don't, you know you gotta hate your mom, right? You gotta hate your mom and your dad and everybody else that might say something about you not dedicating your entire life to a cult leader. So I'm a perfectly loving person. Like, Jesus Christ, it's like,
and this was everything
woke for the time.
Wait, what?
Jesus was the biggest wokester of the time.
No, he was loving. He was a
So where's
servant.
that publicly? Why can't I see y'all talking about the importance of loving? Do you actually believe this election would be so much better if women couldn't vote?
I think every election.
Or is that joke?
Al, hey, what's up, Al? Hell. Yep. No, that's where we definitely are all going to be now. That's you're just going to be describing where we all are if we're in America from just, you know, the end of this end of next month on.
No, women should not be voting.
Fuck, what?
Even women in the 1920s.
How did I miss something? What the fuck? What? I just missed something. I must have. How did that come up? What the fuck? Hold on. What the hell just happened?
Jesus was the biggest wokester of the time.
No, he was loving. He was a
So
servant.
where's that publicly? Why can't I see y'all talking about the importance of loving? Do you actually believe this election would be so much better if women couldn't vote?
I think every election.
Or is that joke?
No, women should not be voting.
Jesus. Okay. I thought it came kind of out of left field. Not really. I still don't know how we got there from Jesus as a wokester, but like, whatever. I guess we're here now.
Even women in the 1920s largely didn't want.
When you look at the women's
vote.
suffrage movement and what they did, there were two sides. Women were advocating for women not to get into politics. But see, people.
I'm sure some women were.
No, not some.
For Phyllis Schlafly, is that like what? There was a Phyllis Schlafly had like a couple people that all agreed with her. So
were a
People
lot
like her.
No, there were a lot of people.
Hey, I'm not that old, okay? People like to talk about my age online. I'm not that old. Gosh, what a misogynistic thing to say.
Hey,
ageist.
take it back.
I'm sorry.
what happened?
There were a
People
lot.
like her.
No, there were a lot of people.
Hey, I'm not that old, okay? People like to talk about my age online. I'm not that old.
Oh,
Gosh, what a
you're saying like people like her in the sense that, you know, are self-hating women that are just assholes. But anyway,
misogynistic thing to say.
Hey,
ageist.
take it back.
I'm sorry.
The use of the
Oh,
day.
him? Oh, okay.
The use of the day, I'm saying.
But
yeah, you have the same views as like stupid people back then. That's all I think he's saying. Michael said, Matthew 6, 6 through 8, or 6 and 7. But thou, when thou prayest. Wow, you went with the old King James. That's great. That's my favorite one to try to read quotes from. Just by the way, I appreciate it. That's great. When thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when you're right, he does mention the closet. So there was definitely closets. That's the point of that one, right? You control F'd closet for the Bible, because he's like, there wasn't closets back then. Those were a recent invention. You know, that was back when people were in caves, I guess, you know, hung their clothes on rocks. Then when it has to shut thy door, pray to thy Father, which is in secret, and thy Father, which seeth in secret, shall reward I think we get it. We should reward thee. There we go. But yeah, no, that's the closets. That was the point of that. Absolutely, closets existed in the Bible. Nailed it.
there were literally women who did not want women to get into politics.
I'm sure. There are a lot of really
But do you explore and do you read about them? Do you read about why? Would you guess as to why?
They probably had similar views to y'all.
But guess why they didn't want women to go into politics?
I don't know, the self-hating, something like that.
Self-hating.
Yeah.
No, it's because they love their families. They love having children.
Please.
They want to
there
focus.
It is again. Then be with your family. That's your choice. But why do you insist on making other people's choices for them?
Do you know that there is a mass
freedom, baby?
Do you know that women voting is not freedom, bro?
What? Yeah, no, it's freedom when people aren't allowed to vote. That's where true freedom comes. What did you like learn what freedom is from fucking Hellraiser? Like, what is happening? It's like, along with pleasure and stuff. Like, what the fuck?
But by saying women shouldn't vote, and I know this is what you believe, and I don't know if I would ever change your view on this, but it's like the biggest, most simple way to put men and women on such a
That's pretty funny. Logan said, Jesus was a carpenter. He built the fucking closet. That's right. He built it. He was the original. Okay. The OG closet creator. That's right. Hey, Foster, what's up, dude? Hey. All right, cool.
Different.
Exactly.
Value.
What did he say?
You on this? But it's like the biggest, most simple way to put men and women on such a different
value.
Your value.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they're not valuable. I don't. What am I not understanding? What are you not getting about this? Yeah, women suck. Okay, and they don't do really good thinking like clearly I do. Okay, and so that's why they shouldn't be allowed to vote. They always vote stupid. That's why it's and it's true freedom to not have the freedom to vote.
Valuing them wildly different,
and it's still equality.
Where in reality, of course, women
do not like if you think that's like could be equality based on your definition. There is no possible way the definition of equality can mean anything coherent at all.
Who are part of society, who are equal citizens, who are equal people, should be having a say in their democracy.
Democracy is cringe.
It's
democracy is cringe. Wow, dude. Wow. That's okay. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Ember said, Phyllis, stop taking our privilege to have no rights. Stop taking our privilege to have no. It's a privilege to not have those rights. Okay. That's because women are actually up on a pedestal. They're actually more important, which is why they shouldn't have the right to vote, because they shouldn't need that crazy responsibility that is put on the men. And that's what makes men like less valuable, actually, because they're the ones, they have to have all this crazy responsibility and they have to take care of everything for everybody all the time. You don't want that. Okay. That's too much. It's too much. It's not, that's not freedom. Okay. That is servitude. All right.
Well, the majority of people in this country used to think slavery. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery.
Trump got the popular vote. It's true. Trump.
Bob said, dude, didn't you notice she was in the middle of her fucking sentence? She's not allowed to talk, dude. Okay. That's because she needs to be quiet, really, and cover her head. I don't know why she's just out here without her head covered, just talking without asking permission for what is even going on? This is ridiculous. Jeez, lady, come on. Kari said, what do women want? Do tell me what I want or regret it. Yeah, exactly. They know what you want better than you do. Okay. That's part of the freedom of not having to know about stuff,
Trump is the democracy king at the moment. So that's
slavery. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery.
Trump got the popular vote. It's true. Trump is the democracy king at the moment.
They keep eating their own points with their own logic. Like they keep on. And this face is perfect. That's okay. This is the face we're gonna have to use for the cover here. That's perfect.
So that's great. But at the end of the day, like if there were a room full of people that thought like me and Isabella, you would hate democracy too, wouldn't you?
What's up?
There have been majorities, and we worked through our democracy.
Yes or no?
To convince people. No, I want to hate democracy.
Really?
Yeah. The cringe is not an argument. No, it's not at all. It's just you not liking something. That is the thing that allowed you to be able to not like something publicly, because without democracy, you wouldn't be allowed to speak your mind. But Anyway,
That's how things were before, and then we used our democracy to make the country better.
What's better?
A bunch of metrics are better off now than probably when y'all loved it. 1800, I don't know, 1700. When did y'all like it? 1950s. Oh, the time to be alive.
That's pretty good. Maga couple pair of single brain cell.
Seriously.
Including like the oppression of black people and stuff.
Oh, segregation's not oppression.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Malcolm X. The reason why I wore the Malcolm X t-shirt is because Malcolm X wanted black communities.
I know.
Black government, black politics.
Whose stance?
That's what he wanted.
And I agree with more.
It's crazy that they do this where they like flip it back where they're like, at colleges, there's like meetings or whatever that are for black people only. Did you know that? So, I mean, that's, if they can do it on their own, but like, then it's like, yeah, because it's not white people forcing them to have to be separate with everything. It's people being allowed to decide for themselves, like black people being allowed to decide for themselves if they want to, whatever. But it's like they act like it's the same thing on the other side. And it's like, oh, but you're saying no white people. And it's like, dude, come on. You're the majority. All right. And it doesn't make sense to sit there and act like you're being oppressed, because there's a culture within America that, might set up a very small amount of like meetings or whatever in college that have to do solely with people of color and not with white people. Like, that's totally fine. But they think that is somehow the same thing as segregation from the fucking 60s. It's insane. Like, I always want to ask people like, okay, what was immoral back then about segregation? But I guess he would be like, there was nothing was immoral about segregation back then, because that's what they don't seem to get, is that it was forced segregation back then,
Not at Malcolm X.
MLK.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Martin
or
Luther
a
King.
bunch of the civil rights advocates of the day who understood segregation, the whole separate but equal fallacy is just that, a fallacy.
That's so funny. Pandora's Pinata said they actually said they would move to Russia. Cool. Yeah, to have fun. Did you read it? There was like this couple that was like after Tucker Carlson did that whole stupid thing where he was saying like how much better it was in Russia and everything. And went to the grocery store and he's like, look how affordable all this stuff is. It's so much better here in Russia. This couple literally took what he said and moved to Russia, like sold a bunch of their shit and moved to Russia and bought, probably moved in. And then they saw how fucking awful it was and oppressive. And they like got so mad and they were like posting online about all the things they were not allowed to do and stuff. It was really funny. And it's like, well, yeah, that you get, that's what you get for listening to fucking Tuckums, dude. That's what happens when you do that. Jesus. Anyway,
that's just a way to allow for less resources, less rights to go to certain communities.
But
you first have to isolate them and then you oppress them.
But that's like very anti-democracy of you. If black people came together and they had decided that they wanted black communities, they had decided that that's what they wanted.
They didn't, though.
They didn't decide that. That was decided for them by white people. That's the point. That's what they seem to never understand. There's a difference between black people self-assembling, right, amongst themselves or whatever, like at their church or whatever. It's not like we should force white people to have to be in black churches or whatever, because that doesn't make sense. Like they're self-assembling, but like it was the forcing of them to have to be separate and then say, oh no, it's separate but equal. But we all know that it wasn't. We literally still have to this day like laws that are based from that time. A good example is the schools, right? Schools would get funded because by the property taxes of the area where the schools are located, and that way they could say, hey, we just are basing we're just objectively basing the funding off of the property taxes. Well, of course, all the schools on that side of town, the houses and everything like that were like half the price, of like houses in the white side of town. So that's why there's the schools on the south sides and everything got like so much less funding. And it was just done on purpose. And we still technically have that issue today because we're still basing the funding, the school's funding on that for some fucking reason. I don't think we should, but that seems to be how we still do it.
Whites got together.
And who were they unifying with? There we go.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Americans.
exactly. Hey, Maya, how we doing? What's up? Maya said, I love how bigots completely forget about redlining when it's convenient. Yeah, exactly. Because it's just like but see, this is the thing. I don't even know as if these people think that was bad back then. You know what I mean? That almost feels to me like it's part of what they want to go back to, was like segregation and like, oh, we get to have our people. And they can have theirs. Well, like, we don't have to be together. Okay, that's forcing other people together is the problem right there. That's kind of like what they want, and then also forcing like everybody into the closet that isn't white, straight, and Christian, by the way, because of course they want to force people that are any other religion other than Christianity into the closet as well, and they have to deal with their kids being prayed to, or their kids having their God being prayed to, and all the other kids in the class have to fucking pray to their God too, even though they would lose their fucking minds if that happened in any other way, But
and if you have Black people who choose to associate with one another, and for example, their whole friend group is Black, that's very different than, as you mentioned,
I agree.
lawful segregation.
I think lawful segregation,
or even advocating segregation.
They do choose to segregate.
Right.
This is something that they choose
as
to do.
time has gone on, people have been less and less segregated.
There's like segregated.
But so what? That's not the point. You're saying they do choose to do it, so then force it, because then it's not a choice anymore. It's almost like you don't fucking understand what the problem is here, man.
This is the thing. People tend to get with people who.
Yes.
Wait, what did you just?
No, I'm just saying. Like, I disagree with governments like
Pride Month,
segregation.
you don't understand even the thing that you're so upset about.
Mhm.
Pride is saying that you're straight, more traditional. I don't even like saying that because I feel like that's disrespectful to traditional Christians, but your version of traditional conservatism and Christianity, that is yours to live, and then other people's lives are ours to live, and that's the beauty of freedom.
So where's our white Pride Month? Where's our Christian Pride Month? I don't even want it. I don't even care. But like
Christmas, like the whole month of like December, like I don't know what you're even like mad about, dude. Everything that we have in this country as far as like holy days are all based on Christianity. How the fuck can you possibly seriously be mad about this? Like, why don't we get to be pandered to? Why can't we have it thing? It's like you have all the things already, dude. And then just anybody having anything, that isn't just 100% based on Christianity, that is like oppression to them. They're like, how come you get to put your stuff in my face? But like, you got your crosses just all over the place everywhere. You can't go to like an art store for that matter without like seeing, live, laugh, love. That one's fine. Actually, I don't think that's biblical. I mean, it should be, but I feel like that's actually antithetical to religion. They don't like laughing. It's or loving, really. Or living for that matter. Actually, they don't like any of the anyway. But like, you can't go there without seeing like a bunch of fucking crosses and Bible verses and everything. And people that work in public schools and stuff, when they're putting up their murals and everything, they gotta put the Psalms on there. They gotta put it, like, they constantly do this stuff. We got Christians like right now are like forcing "In God We Trust" in every classroom in some states or whatever. Like, it's insane, right? But anyway, what was she saying about?
You only see as the supposed oppressed groups,
right?
And
so whenever those start because people are saying for too long we've been pushed down, so we're gonna do a month to say that we are proud of who we are. No longer are we gonna be shameful.
It's so gay.
That is.
Oh, that was good. That was right. So gay. Yeah,
literally gay.
Literally,
Pride Month,
but every month that is also gay. Like, not even just Gay Pride Month. Like, also African American.
What does that mean to you?
I'm just like cringe. Like,
gay equals cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So you're just a fucking asshole as usual, as always. Yeah, no, I got it. I don't know why I was assuming for a second that she wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
dead silence. I love it.
Seriously, like,
gay equals cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're having sex and you can't reproduce. Like, the best part about having sex is reproduction.
What? You're not doing sex right, dude. If you think that's the best part, that's like literally not the best part. Like we have whole like medical treatments so that you can do the actual best part without having to have that worst part happen. We call it birth control, but
seriously, like I don't value sex because of an orgasm. I value sex because I know that I am going to reproduce and have another baby.
Maybe that's the orgasm. That's good enough.
And if you want to orgasm, that's it. You're organizing your orgasm. That's what it is. Very organized orgasm. But if you want to have a good orgasm, go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley. Adam and Eve is the America's #1 sex toy dispensary. Save yourself a trip to the store and head down to adamandeve.com, and it's discreet packaging. It's definitely it's definitely discreet package. It doesn't say like what it is on the box and stuff, so if that makes you feel better. It also comes quickly, okay? Not as quickly as it makes you come, unless you don't want to come quickly, and then they have rings for that. But it does, discreet packaging that comes quickly. But go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley at checkout. All right, get your butt some stuff. Oh, and if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. If you're enjoying this type of content, I'm going to be doing more stuff like this, as well as just all over the place. I'm going to be trying to kind of broaden what we're doing here. So, but yeah, if you want to hit that like, I'd really appreciate it. That's all right.
Kidding. Sorry.
Pain.
Oh my God. What did I miss? I feel like I missed something.
Can't reproduce. Like the best part about having sex is reproduction.
Oh, that's right.
Seriously. Like, I don't value sex because of an orgasm. I value sex because I know that I am going to reproduce and have another baby.
Maybe that's the orgasm. That's good enough. Kidding. Sorry.
Okay. Wow, that was just like the most. God, but you had like such a perfect joke, man. He's got to work on his deliveries. You got to be like, well, maybe your orgasming is not as good. Or like, maybe you need better orgasms. You ever thought of that? Or something. Just get in their face a little bit more. You don't do it under your breath. Like, well, maybe your orgasms aren't good enough. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. It was a joke. Please don't shoot me. Okay, don't do that. He's like, my orgasms sound like that, so that sounded pretty much like one that people like, don't you think? That's how that
I mean, like, seriously though, like the best part of it's why as soon as we got together, like, she's off birth control. As soon as
we got married, yeah.
As soon as we're together, it's like no birth control, nothing, because
wow, he just gets to control whether or not she's on fucking birth control or not. Wow, dude, that's incredible. And that's that's where the women get the true freedom. It's when they're being told by their partners that they can't be on birth control because, well, that's all they're good for. Really, it's like that's the only reason sex is good is because it's gonna get her to give birth at some point. Like, Jesus Christ,
I'm not gonna have gay sex, and like gay.
You should try it. It's pretty fun. Okay, I think you'd actually like it more than you're saying. In fact, I kind of feel like you've probably done it before and do enjoy it, and it scared you, and so now you're doing this overshooting, the mark back the other direction. So be like, no, I do not like that stuff but no, I do not have a dildo from adamandeve.com up my butt right now. The little purple one, see the purple one there, the anal toy, that's not up my ass right now. Okay, that's not, because I don't have gay sex is what I'm saying.
Sex is more than just like another man and a man. It's just like the idea of looking at sex as such a materialistic thing and just like, oh, well, like we just have an orgasm and that's fun or whatever. No, like, dude, sex is about having children. It's about having babies. Like you pump yourself full of birth control.
It's like literally the thing that it's about the least. Like it's about literally everything else. It's about all of it. Okay. Because we're talking about sex here. There's like multiple reasons that people have sex. Sometimes it is solely to have kids, and they they plan it out, make sure that we got to have sex on this night because I'm ovulating and all that. But that's rare. Usually people have sex for, just affection, right? And it's just the natural progression of making each other feel loved. And it's a beautiful thing, whether it's for having kids or not. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing, and so it's crazy to sit there and just say it's only about the kids, Jesus.
Troll. And then you have sex with your wife and like there's no purpose there except just pleasure. That's the only purpose.
Should people
pleasure.
who are born
What is wrong with that? Like, holy shit. Like, why can't like two people that love each other just give each other pleasure? What the fuck? See, this is what I'm saying. They fucking hate themselves. They hate themselves. That's what this really is. Like, I deserve to suffer all the time. And in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to ruin sex for myself. I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to not enjoy it. This is like why he's saying that he doesn't do it for the pleasure. Like the orgasms, like that the orgasms don't matter to him because he's trying so hard. Don't feel good. I don't deserve it. I deserve to feel just pain and suffering all the time because I'm a garbage person. And I wish everybody else believed that they were garbage people just like I believe. It's like, I swear to God, that's like what's going on in these fucking weirdos' heads.
Like infertile.
Okay.
Have sex.
It depends. Listen, I am pro like people committing to celibacy for the rest of their life. I am pro like that. And if that was something that they couldn't have babies, I believe that they should have that choice there.
Well, they have a choice.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is that what you believe is correct?
But you're saying like it's evil for them to have sex if they don't, if they can't have kids or whatever, isn't that like? Because then it's all just about pleasure and it's so selfish. Yada yada.
Infertile people, no sex for you.
I think that it's crazy. Infertile people don't think. I don't see anybody really saying that, hey, I'm infertile, so I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life. I'm not going to touch sex. I'm not going to have sex.
You don't want to touch it? You don't want to touch it? I'm not going to touch sex. If there's people, I'm walking by and there's homeless people in the alley having sex, I'm not going to walk up and touch them. I'm not going to do it. All right? I'm going to keep walking.
Crazy people don't say that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would be very honorable.
No gay sex with women, guys.
Don't you do it. Look at his face. I don't understand. Does he make? I feel like I don't understand how he's making fun. I feel like he's making fun of me, but I can't see exactly. I don't get it.
Very true. I agree. What I'm advocating for is for men to take responsibility, specifically with protection and
how I do it, man.
with provision. And she's advocating for women to submit and to serve their husbands and both.
It's all fun and games until you're sexually frustrated with 4 kids you can barely afford. Yeah, that's not a fun place to be there, then you're just like, man, I should have just had sex for the fun thing. That's what I should have done, instead of this, whatever the fuck this is.
That's what we agreed on. Like our vows, it was like, I vow to protect and support, protect and provide and to love you. And she vowed to love me and support me always and to serve me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go saying we need to figure out how to prevent couples like this. Instead, I'll just say people have the freedom to live the way they want to. And that's my point about this sort of one-way street.
Yeah, but it's kind of like lukewarm.
Yeah, you're just giving a softer delivery, but you're still letting the public know your stance, what you think is better.
I think equality is better for sure.
We take a more harsh.
Your view of equality is just it's.
What do you think equality is?
He does. Thank you, because I don't think he even knows what it is. So yeah, let's go with that. What the fuck is equality, big guy? What do you think it is?
Listen, are men and women equal?
Yes.
In what way?
They're equal people, individuals, and they have the same individual rights.
Okay, so basically they're equal because the government says they're equal?
Because people through a democracy have made the government say they're equal.
So the government basically gets to say that these people are equal because we give them rights.
What does he think? Okay, this is like where I feel like they don't even understand what they're fucking talking about at all. Because and it's like, oh, so it's because the government says, yeah, that's who gives out rights, dude. Right? That's how that goes. That's that's why people have to advocate for rights to the government so that they can be treated like equal people under the law. That's what are we talking about here? He's like, well, I don't think governments decide who's equal and who's not. I think only God does. nailed it. Okay, so that's why nobody should ever fight for rights ever, because it's like I already decided that rights should only come from God, so don't be advocating for your rights and stuff.
Because people
our rights
set
are
up an
from God,
institution,
not from the government.
and then
See,
if
oh
you
my
stop
God, he said
engaging with our government,
what's up, dude?
you very quickly
It
have a world
wasn't
you don't love.
men and women were
I didn't see you there. How's it going? True freedom is being controlled. Got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, how often have you heard Christians say that, like, you don't have true freedom until you're a slave for Christ, or you find freedom through serving Christ, freedom through servitude, like, define freedom. I don't know. I don't think you know what that means. Freedom, you're free from having to deal with all that pesky freedom. And then you're just being told what to do all the time. It's relaxing. Okay, it actually is. That way you don't have to be thinking about stuff and weighing the options and then coming to conclusions about what choices you should make, because they're all made for you. They're made for you, so it's easier.
Created equal, it wasn't that like our God-given rights were like for equality for men and women. That wasn't the point. Equality implies the same
rights.
Yeah,
dude. Look up what equality is, or being equal.
Oh, the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities.
Duh. Like, what does he think it's like? It is. I don't like that definition. Can you find a different definition? Where's the MAGA definition for this one, dude? The equal is stupid, and it doesn't exist. Meritocracy. Okay, nothing is equal. It's all competitive.
Look at all more definitions.
Keep going. This is how I look stuff up. I actually just keep scrolling until I get to the fucking stupid thing that I want to think, and then I click that, and then it tells me that I'm right. So keep going. More definitions, please. Page 3 then. We'll click next. I don't know. Let's go to what's the next? Come on.
Just click on it.
Maybe it further vindicates you.
A symbolic expression of the fact that two quantities are equal in equation. That's obviously not helpful. That's math.
That's a math thing. But we'll keep going.
You're big on welfare and things like that.
Programs that are effective to help people. Yeah.
And you think that those are effective programs?
Like Social Security, cutting senior poverty by gargantuous
sure,
margins,
but
and
the government.
Sure, I like that government handout. That one's good. Because that's but other kinds that I don't like, where people that are undesirables getting stuff that I don't think they should be getting.
Taking care of women who are pregnant.
Yeah,
you like that?
Oh yeah,
really? That's very peculiar to me.
Why?
So she's pregnant, like not right now, but she's pregnant, and now I'm married man. We're living God-fearing lives. Now I have to go pay the hospital $12,000. So now Brittany over here, Bethany, she decides that she just got knocked up by her boyfriend and she doesn't like him. So she's going to separate from the family. It was premarital sex. There's no marriage. There's no stability. There's no guarantee that the father is going to be around or try his best to be around. And the government says, man, that sucks. That sucks that your boyfriend bailed on you. We're going to step in and we're going to pay for this. We're going to reward this.
Reward this.
What do you mean? What are they paying for?
It's because she's a single mother. Like the government.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think,
because he's saying they didn't follow my religion. And so, and I do follow my religion. And so I paid, because I'm privileged enough to be able to pay the fucking hospital fee. And I'm, I followed my religion. Other people don't follow my religion and end up in situations that are bad because they didn't follow my religion. So therefore they need to suffer the consequences of not following my religion. That is, wow, dude. I feel like I've rarely heard people actually come out and say it like that. It's like the people I don't like that don't live like me get to have stuff. It's like, okay, but even if you were a Christian couple and somebody got sick, maybe like one of your parents or somebody or something that got sick, or your kid got sick or something like that, and you're doing everything right, but now you're in a situation where you can't afford to take care of that child and the other children, and you're saying they shouldn't have the access to those resources in those situations because somebody might not be following the Bible and then just getting knocked up, and then they get the same kind of help. What the hell's even going on here? Nobody gets help. But all these people, no matter if they're following my religion or not, should get no help because of that one person that might just be getting knocked up by acting immorally. And I don't think we should reward that kind of behavior. So that's fucking, what the hell is wrong with these people? It's all about just, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. The government helps them. I don't like them though. Why is the government get to help people I don't like? Like, geez.
Vice President Harris actually ran on a bunch of pro-family policies, like the enhanced child tax credit for people such as yourself.
I don't want tax credits, bro. If there's a woman who is literally getting like everything is getting taken care of by the government for having a baby, but it's through premarital sex.
That's a good way to say it. I like that. Baba Ali said, men and women are equal because there is no reason why they shouldn't be. Yeah, exactly. I like that a lot.
Without a father.
Why is that not for Christian families?
Wait. That's what I'm saying. If you have a family for each of the children that you have as a couple, then you have to pay less taxes.
Yeah. Look at him. Like, oh my God. I'm losing it. My hat's just going to pop off with steam coming out in a second. Jesus. Maya said, every relationship is different. There is no one best way. I don't know why Christians don't understand this. Yeah, because they think that there is one best way and it's their way. And if there's any kind of help for people that aren't living their way, well, then that's rewarding bad behavior to them. And so that's why they think they should take away basically their own rights and things that can help people that have just run into bad situations. Like my parents were like super Christian or whatever. And there was a situation that happened with my dad, and the job that he worked at, completely unfair, was let go and he was vice president of a company. We had a lot of stuff. Our finances fell off. Like we had nothing. We had all this stuff that we had bought because he was vice president of a company that was a pretty big company, and we lost everything. And you know, you're saying that they were doing everything they were supposed to do and still fell onto hard times, you know, because it doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you're a Christian or not. That should have nothing to do with this conversation at all. It should be, are there people that need these resources? Okay, do we have the capability through taxes to provide these resources? Okay, we're done. That's it. There shouldn't be this, okay, but what about, like, are they atheists? Because they shouldn't deserve anything. Drug test them. Do they have marijuana in their system? Because then we shouldn't allow them to have any help from the government. Like, you know, everything they can do to say, I should get the help from the government, you know, providing resources, and not the people I don't like. Because everything with them is about, it's not about helping them with anything. They're all privileged, you know, for the most part. I mean, but like, and so they don't really care about getting more stuff for themselves. They care about taking away stuff from other people. It's never about like, but I just want to make it easier for people to get medication. I want people to be able to afford their cancer treatments. I want people to be able to get paid a living wage. Like, it's never about any of that stuff. It's all about this bullshit that these fucking poor people I don't like are getting help from the government, and I'm paying taxes. That means my tax dollars are helping people I don't like. Take that shit away from them. Take it away. That's all Republicans got, you know? It's frustrating how stupid they are about that. But anyway, well, hey, thanks y'all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. This one's different, right? You know, and if you want to do something different in bed, go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Let's go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY at checkout. Get your butt some stuff. And if you want to support the show, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, adamandeve.com, or you can smash that like button. You know, you can just smash it. Right. I'd appreciate it. Seriously. Any clicks for the like button really do help. Yeah. And if you want to do other stuff, even beyond that like button, which I know is I'm already asking a lot with clicking the button and everything. But if you do want to do even more than that, you can go to patreon.com/Punk Apostate. I have an entire 2-hour conversation up there that I had with Ian Harris. And that's like pretty much the only place you're going to be able to get the entire thing, because I think we got to some topics that are probably going to get me in trouble here on YouTube. So but I do have a members only part of the conversation out right now, and then tomorrow there will be a public one as well. But anyway, but if you want to just do a one-time payment, I really would appreciate it. Anything you can do, because I get if you don't want that membership fee kind of thing coming out. But you can just do a one-time payment on Cash App, and our cash tag is Punk Apostate, right? You can become a member here if you hit that join button, and you'll get an extra live stream once a week, and you get early access to pretty much all the videos, and you get videos that are literally made just for members. And there's a couple in there I got that are, I'm trying to do this cartoon thing where I'm doing, I do like a little cartoon face that responds to videos. So that's up there. So you can check stuff like that out, and other things like that. But yeah, so you can also email me, punkapostate@gmail.com. I do want to hear from you if I get anything wrong, or if I'm just not addressing something enough or something like that. Just hit me up, send me an email. You can also join the Discord, and we can hang out in there. I do check that every so often. Or you can follow me on all the socials. I'm not online very often, I'm going to be honest. It's not something I do regularly, but I am, up there every, here and there, post some stuff there, and but it's I don't do a whole lot of scrolling. It makes me insane. but hey, thanks y'all so much for hanging out. This was super fun, and the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.